Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. Just had to come back and share some information with you. The Spirit of the good, wonderful Father brings that stuff to me, and I get excited about it because it's so clear to me. And I want to bring it to you, hoping that it's clear to you as well. I want you to know right now what we're dealing with. Evil is my subject, rules the world. Say it again. Evil rules the world. Ever since the story goes that Lucifer, the devil, the serpent, told Eve that what the Creator told you is not true, but listen to me, and it's true. That has been the beginning of evil. But when Eve went to her husband and said, try this, it's not true what we heard. Now I'm putting it in words that you understand. And convinced Adam to try it. That was the beginning of evil ruling the world. Because from that point on, they weren't sure of what they were doing. Maybe yes, maybe no. Evil rules the world. See, when truth rules the world, there's no question. You know it's true. To follow the directions, even those of you who go to the computers and try to fix your cars based on the computer, you want to know what it says. You want to know what it says. Or those of you who used to use the book, they had descriptions about move the screw, turn this up, do this. You did it, and it worked precisely as it said it would. So the rules of life were given to those who started life. But they strayed away from it. They put the book aside. They put the computer aside. And they started going from good. And they didn't know what they were doing. Sometimes they did things that were okay. Sometimes they did things that were not okay. And so you had nothing but confusion going around. And you've had confusion going around ever since. Because that one that said, don't listen to the Creator, listen to me, has never stopped. And it is prevalent in everything we do. It is prevalent, you've heard me say it 1,000 times if I've spoken to you 1,000 times, that every system of government on the face of the earth is evil. It works against God's purpose for your life. Every institution that has been established is evil. It works against the purpose for which God has established for your life. Your education systems are evil. Your financial systems are evil. Your religious systems are evil. Now I know you say, how can religious systems be evil? Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give you an example. You've heard it said that Jesus, for those of you who believe in Jesus, and for those of you who don't, you just listen to the story, says that if the teacher have to go through these things, then the student, don't be upset, you're just following the teacher. If the teacher walks against the world, you got to walk against the world if you're listening. If the walking against the world leads the teacher to the cross, then you got to walk to the cross. Unless one other thing keeps you from going to the cross. What you went to the cross for is no longer existing. Then you don't have to go to the cross. But you have heard it said that if you just believe in your heart that Jesus was the Son of God, if you just believe it in your heart and confess it with your mouth, then you're saved. That tells you it's the devil. You can't say if you believe it in your heart and confess it, when the other side says that student can't escape what the teacher escaped. So that's inconsistency there. But it works well for evil, because most of the people, or should I say all of the people, who call themselves children of God or religious in one way or another, they all walk contrary to what God has said. They all walk contrary. Oh, but they go to church. Oh, but they sing songs. Oh, but they teach Sunday school. Oh, but they kneel and they pray. Even all of these things they do. Symbolic. Tradition. Doesn't mean a thing. Doesn't mean a thing. Why? Because you are a tool of evil. Now, does that mean everybody is a tool of evil? Well, I put it to you this way. If evil says, if you disobey me, I will kill you. And you say, Well, I don't want to die. That means you're not going to disobey evil. That means you will go along as far as if you're trying to be good, you will go along as far as you possibly can in trying to be good. But you're not going to step across that line which makes you good. Why? Because you know evil will kill you. Evil is not playing. Evil is not playing. And if God will allow evil to kill his own begotten son, God will allow evil to kill you. Because God knows what you don't know. You are a spirit. They kill the body, but they can't kill the spirit. And if they kill the body, God, who put the first body on the spirit, can put another body on the spirit. But you don't know that. You don't know that. You don't even believe that. Because if you did, the world would be in harmony. The world would be like heaven on earth. If you believe that, evil would have no hold on you whatsoever. But in America, in any place else in this earth, where people stand up for what is righteous, where people stand up for what is good, evil kills them. And why does evil get away with it? Because in so doing, you sit down. You will follow and listen to as much evil as you possibly can, good as you possibly can. But when they snap their head off of that leader, you sit down as if you got nothing else to say. And you wait along hoping that somebody else will come and be good. Because you're not going to be that good. You limit yourself. And by so doing that, you become a tool of evil. And I say to you, evil rules the world. Evil came up with the monetary system to replace God. And you bought it. You bought into it. You think money, get God, money will do it. Evil, the evidence of it for Americans, I just have to say it to America, is the presidential election of 2016. These two people were put before you because they represented evil. Miss Clinton represented evil. She was the less of two evils for some, but she was evil nonetheless. Donald Trump represented evil to some. To some he was okay, but he was evil nonetheless. But the powers that be gave them both a shot. So whoever you bought into is what they would let you have. And you bought into Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is what you got. And so Donald Trump might not, I'm not saying he wasn't, but he might not have been as evil as Miss Clinton. But by you buying into him, he is much more evil than Miss Clinton could ever hope to be. And I know you don't know that. But the truth is that they want Donald Trump to be a dictator. See, if Donald Trump is a dictator, he takes away all of that opposition, even though it really does no good. But he takes away all of that opposition that you might give, because he'll collect money, he'll do the things that the system wants, and he'll kill you if you don't like it. He has made that abundantly clear, and there's no doubt about what he will do. You're sitting around thinking that Mullen is going to save you. Mullen is not going to save you. Donald Trump exists every day, smiling every day, lying every day. And you're sitting up pretending like you're angry, but you're doing nothing to end his rule. You're just going along with it, hoping that someone else will come, hoping that Jesus will come and save you from your own stuff. You ask yourself, why won't Jesus come? Why won't God come and deliver you? Because the law says, you shall reap what you sow. The seed that you plant determines the fruit that you get. That's written in stone. And so we have what we have because it's the choices that you make. You say, well, I don't want it. Well, you act as if you did when you did what you did. Now, if you don't want it, change your way. Now, I keep running for president. Let me tell you. I think up until now, I've sought the office of president of the United States at least 3 times. And each time, no one paid me any attention. I had to run as a write-in. Still, no one paid me any attention. I think the last time I ran against Barack Obama. And my own family, I think, voted for Obama. Because they were hoping in a black man being president. They weren't hoping in the message. They just thought if a black man, and I'm speaking when I say they, I'm talking about all the people that voted for him. They just thought that he would be different because he was black. But that didn't make no difference. His color didn't matter. The same rule that rules over all the other presidents are the same rules that ruled over Barack Obama. So his blackness, did it change anything? No, it did not. And had you voted for me for president of the United States, you can bet your last money I would have done everything I possibly could to end wars everywhere. I would have done everything I possibly could to make sure that you had food, clothing, shelter, education, a doggone good job, every last one of you. You would have bet your last money that I would have made sure that transportation was accessible to you, and the dreams that you had, everything on this earth, as far as I was concerned, would be accessible to your needs, your wants, and your desires. I guarantee you that. The powers that be, I don't know if they ever heard of me, but they got you programmed so that you weren't thinking about me. Not only that, had you given me some thought, they would have killed me. I know that. I know what I'm working against. I know they would have killed me. Then you ask, then why would you run? Because I'm going to die anyway. I know I'm going to die anyway. I don't know what I'm going to die from. Old age, going to sleep and choking, some sickness or some disease. I don't know. But I'm going to die anyway. And if I got a choice, if I have a choice on how I die, I would rather go from here to the next place knowing that I did everything I possibly could to let you know. And see, when I say I'm going to do these things for you, what I'm saying also is that I want to let you know that in order for your dreams to come true, to let you know in order for you to have peace and prosperity in your life, in order for you to have happiness in your life, my living would be an example to you to say that you are going to have to stand up, not an individual. You as people, you as human beings, you as God's creation are going to have to stand up for what's right, resist all that tries to keep you down, and then, my friends, that will be your jewel. That'll be your jewel of life. And I would have died making that clear to you. But would it have been clear? I don't know. Dr. King died. Is it clear? No. I don't know. Jesus died. Is it clear? No. So what makes me think that my dying would have made it clear? I don't know. But what I do know, it's worth dying for. It's worth dying for. I see death in a situation like that is the avenue for rebirth in a new kind of existence. A freedom from here. Freedom. Somebody say, well, I want to watch my kids grow up. I don't want to watch my kids grow up suffering and I can't do anything about it. I don't want to live in a house that's falling down and I can't do a thing about it. I don't want to live in a society where people hate each other, divided and conquered. I don't want to live like that. So, who that said, give me life, give me liberty, or give me death? I'm with that kind of thinking. And so when I seek office, even now as senator from the state of Minnesota, 2018 as a write-in candidate, and if by some miracle I jump that hurdle and get an opportunity to run for president as a write-in in 2020, and even coming into office, it's for one purpose. It's to glorify God, to let every last one of you know that God can defeat the devil, has defeated the devil, but in that turn, moved on. God can defeat the devil right here. And the expression will be that your dreams come true, your peace, your prosperity, your happiness materialize right here. Get rid of the bankers. You don't need bankers. Get rid of money. You don't need money. Get rid of loans and debt. You don't need any of that thing. Get rid of prejudice and hatred. You don't need any of that. That is a bubbling flower of evil. That's a bubbling flower of evil. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. I was trying to take a shower, and the Spirit was on me so heavy. I mean, and I just had to get out of that shower and come in here and share this good, wonderful news for me to you, and hope you can see it the same. Until next time, Eddie Marcus saying, bye-bye.